Hey, you, what's going on? You like new music? We like new music. We got a lot of new music. We don't follow the algorithm. We listen to you. We listen to people, actual human beings. At least I think they're all human. I mean, they come off as human. They seem human. They look human. I don't know. But whatever. I listen to the stuff that goes on in the comments. So if you got a band or an artist that you'd like us to check out, please do put them in the comments and we will check them out as soon as possible. And this is one of those bands that we found via the comments. They are mind-blowingly good. This is like what the Partridge Family should have been and could have been, but they wouldn't do it. No, they look, I'm not putting down the Partridge Family. It's still inspired, a generation of musicians and stuff like that, but not in the way that the bands like this will right here. We just did this one a studio version, but I had seen that they have a live version of this one that was like done not too long ago. So I was like, yeah, we got to check this out because this is one of them songs we're doing it live in the studio is one thing, but playing it live, let's see what they got. So this is Mission Souls with Journey's Separate Ways live.
Thanks for coming, for the dedication. Thank you so much. It really means a lot.
Thank you.
Here's something from Journey.
Does it. Perfect. That's spot on. Those are little things, man. Make a big difference. Really coming into her own vocal. Dude, let's just throw a little extra in.
Caught between confusion and pain. Distant times.
She's working.
Promises we made were in vain. If you must go, I wish you love. You'll never walk alone. Take care of my love. Miss you love. Someday love will find
really close to mom's level too. It's awesome.
Thank you so much.
Yes, that is awesome,
Break, and then the kids will take over. Thank you so much.
dude. Oh, what? They got something at the. Yes. Yes, dude. I think that's better than the of course, I'm a sucker for, the live, performance. I know that sometimes people can get, oh, well, yeah, that's, they did it in the studio, they can go back and fix things or whatever, but then when you see it live, it's like they're doing that. That's them doing that stuff. And yeah, they really I love it when, and especially when you got, naysayers out there trying to, discredit what these kids are pulling off at this age, which, I like comments unless you start to get too argumentative in the comments with people or start to be a jerk. I'm just gonna get rid of your comment because there's no need in starting all that. We're here to have fun with music and talk about, but you can talk about things you don't like about something without being an ass. So just keep that in mind. That's a good life lesson to know that you could be talking about some pretty serious topics. You can even call somebody an asshole right to their face, but do it in the kindest way, and they'll probably thank you for the criticism. But no, I really, in all seriousness, I thought this was great. Now, from one side to the other, I mean, I got something to say about all of them. Her with the chickty chinks and all the little dude hitting those like little. It's like that's a stylistic thing that guitarist threw in there. So now to replicate that, you got to really kind of like pick up a little. You got to kind of pick up a little bit of that style and bring it with you. And that's why I'm so looking forward to the music that they have coming out and talking about that because. Yeah, I mean, now with her, obviously, you put a guitar in her hands, she's right at home. I mean, she always just, looks like she's having so much fun playing guitar and just doing, yeah, it's just great to watch. And she's somebody, it's just really cool to watch some of and then the things that she adds in and the extra little pluck harmonics and stuff she was adding in there and stuff. I saw you there. That was pretty awesome. I'm just saying. Now, going further over, her sister and mom are getting like really close vocally. She's really, now you got to remember she's growing. So her lungs and all that are changing. So in the middle of this, while learning to sing, she is really learning. That's the one thing when you're a young person and you're really learning to use your voice as an instrument. And you start to really understand the fundamentals of using your voice. Also, you as you get older, you get even better with if you stick with it. You get even better with learning how to use your instrument. And yeah, it's a perfect song for her timbre and everything. I mean, she's just really at that, level. Anyway, so she could really, bring it in and sell it. And, yeah, it's just a perfect song for her. And of course, Little Man on the Back and the drums and, Dad, always just awesome. Obviously too, a little bit throwing in some just, extra hits. Yeah, loving that. Yeah, some extra little rolls, some fills, digging it. And awesome. On the keyboards here. Now, what I love about this young lady so much is she so effortlessly transitions from one to the other. Now, I don't know which one that she learned first or maybe both at the same time. I have no idea. But I do know that not all bassists can just play keyboard. That's just, not a thing. Some, but not all. And it's not, so she's multifaceted with her instrumentation. And yeah, you really got to give a lot of respect to that because she has it really shows that these kids have such a deep understanding. And I hate calling them kids because they really, they're a little bit more than kids in status, I think. But I really, I think that all of this and learning all of these, the parents are really doing them a good, service of, making sure that they learn these older songs and get inspired from a lot of this because that's the songs and stuff that like set the stage for the stuff we have now. So instead of learning from the people that learned from those people, let's just go to the source, right? It's like if you want to learn a Paco de Lucia song, you don't go listen to somebody else playing it. Well, unless you want like broken down or, bit by bit. That's a whole different thing. But, if you want to listen to Paco, you go watch Paco de Lucia. Like, we got a playlist of him here. So you can watch him for hours here and just watch me with my mouth wide open. Just wondering how he's able to do the things. There's still people that will never be able to touch him. And there's people that, oh, yeah, the greatest in the world, blah, 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 blah. Nope. No, sorry. Yeah, we can agree to disagree. But, yeah, that's where that ends. Now, as far as like guitarists alive, still we got like Vicente Amigo and stuff, and then we have youngsters like this coming into the fold. Could you imagine what these kids are gonna be like when they get out there and if they stick with all this, which I hope they do, I will be one of the first people in line at their shows. I will be one of the first people to buy a CD. You will see me sitting here with a Mission Shoal shirt on, just representing because awesome stuff, man. And I really, this is another example, and we've got another band, and I don't want to ramble on too much, but we got another band from the Philippines, and we've actually there's another couple other bands that we've tried to put up, but YouTube wouldn't let us. They blocked them, but for whatever reason, I don't know. But there's the Rio brothers and stuff, and one thing that I've noticed about the Philippines is they are really good at like capturing the sound, and even vocally, like just like the Rio brothers do the Sultan's swing, and you could swear, like if you closed your eyes and tried to do you could be forgiven for pointing at the wrong band because they sound so good and that close. And I really have noticed that about musicians from the Philippines. They really when they go full bore into they hit every note and just nail it 100%. And they were just here not too long ago doing a bunch of Beatles and a bunch of awesome stuff. We're going to be talking more about them as well too also. So yeah, and hopefully we can get enough bands together to even have a Philippines playlist, an Indonesian playlist, a Japanese playlist. I mean, we'll go on. We got bands from all around the world, places I didn't even know existed. So finding new music and all that's what you're into. Definitely like, comment, subscribe, comment a band or an artist or somebody we should be checking out because that's how we do this whole thing. It's not magic or just blindly picking out bands. It's all through people's suggestions because I am of the mind that people are a better judge of music than fucking robots. I'm just saying. I appreciate the AIs and how helpful they can be in some areas. But look, we appreciate the human artistic, we put more value in, human creativity because we know that the work that it takes to, do that. AI doing the art or the music is akin to me taking your music, going down the hall to a copying machine, and coming back and saying, look what I just made. So just think about that. I mean, I know there's some good, AI music that, wow, this is pretty good. Whoever put this together put a lot of thought into it, but at the end of the day, nobody made it. It was a robot. And typing in prompts and all that is a lot easier than actually learning an instrument and doing the things. And, I've come all this way, and still, look, I got every one of these kids could kick my ass musically, guaranteed, just without a doubt. And I'm fine with saying that because it makes me proud to see youngsters doing this, and especially pulling off music like this. A lot of them older songs are not easy to replicate, and they didn't have all the digital stuff that we do today to really spice things up. So when they were doing it for real. Now when you do it, you got to do it for real. And yeah, that's what makes it special. And that's what makes doing a lot of these older songs so much more special, is because there wasn't all that added features that we can do. So when you're doing these songs, you got to really do them. And they're really doing it. And it's awesome. 100%. I love this band. Everything. Every time I hear about them, I'm like, yep. We're doing some more Mission Souls. Can't wait. Yeah. Awesome band. Thank you for supporting. Please go show them some support. We'll have you all linked up as per usual, and that's what we want you to do. We're showing you these bands because we want you to go check them out and go down your own musical rabbit holes and find things and stuff, and come back and let us know, hey, look what I found. I went on a side quest and found all this new other stuff. I didn't even know this. Dang, did you know noisecore was a thing? Did you know smashing TVs with a sledgehammer is musical nowadays? Who would have known? But still, let us know about some things, and we'll check them out and show them to other people so they can check them out. That's how we do this thing. Have a good day. Go check out some new music and let us know. We'll check it out. Have a good day. Check out an awesome day, and check out all the news, reviews, reacts, and all that good stuff that we got going on here. And we'll see you in the next one. Have a good day, everybody.